What's up, guys? I hope you're well. Today we're checking out Mason Cox. Don't believe in never. Let's get into it.
When Mason came to us, no American player had ever played a senior game of AFL footy. It's a one in whatever you want to call it, because no one had ever done it.
Mason Cox, redshirt senior from Island Village, Texas. He's only played 6 minutes all year.
I went to Oklahoma State University, so I started out playing basketball when I was a freshman. I'd never picked up a basketball in my life, really. We played at the rec center, and there was a GA at the women's team, and she asked, would you be interested in helping out? Pretty much called the Dream Team, and they played against the women's team and practiced other teams and played against them. I was kind of like, yeah, cool, like, what do I get out of it? And she goes, oh, we'll give you a free pair of shoes and maybe some kit. And I was like, sweet. The men's team saw me training with the women's team, and one of the coaches said, who's that massive dude who's playing with the women's team? Like, why don't we have someone like that? I was in way over my head, barely could make a layup, and I was just a body bag. We got a call. They wanted me to go to LA to try out for this thing called AFL, Aussie Rules Football, and we both looked at each other and was, what the hell is that? And it comes up and it's like AFL's biggest hits.
Done that. That's a great video right there.
I would just kind of look at him and laughing and going, is this really a sport? Well, I'd already accepted a six-figure paying job at ExxonMobil, so I went to the tryouts. Everyone that was there was interested in myself. It became pretty serious pretty quickly. That week, I threw the cap in the air, I got the degree on stage, made my parents proud. A week later, I flew to Australia and my life changed. The whole concept of me coming to Australia was just to give me a showcase of what AFL was. Saw my first AFL game, sat next to a North Melbourne player. He explained to me, that's 6 points. That's a point. Hits the post, it's worth a point. They point the opposite direction whenever they really mean that way. And at the end of it, I remember he goes, okay, cool. So these are the teams that are interested in you. Here's the contracts. Let me know what you think.
The international rookie's a whopping 211 centimetres, the same height as Aaron Sandilands. Looks quite exciting.
Tall boy, big boy. Damn.
I remember getting on the plane, and I thought, what have I just done? I've just given up 5 years of hard work and thousands of dollars of education to go play a sport I've never heard of in a place I've never been, with no friends or no family in Melbourne.
Hell yeah.
They stuck a footy in my hand, and I thought it was pretty much rugby ball. Like, I had no idea. The kangaroo skin, and Sharon is like the name of it, and I don't know. Like, it was all so foreign to me whenever I first started.
His kicking was quite average.
It was a crash course, essentially, of just what AFL was. Craig McRae and Anthony Rocker spent 2.5 months with me, and come around training the first day, it was sink or swim, really. We do this one drill, and you get a handball off to the coach, and of course, Bucks is the one who you're handballing to. Go to handball to him.
And I just remember looking at it, and I looked back and going, okay, we've got a bit of work to do here.
I like locked eyes for a second. I could just see in my mind, what have we recruited?
Players generally had a lot going on, but Mason's still trying to work out this new game, whether he fits, if he fits. Am I embarrassing myself?
But at the end of the year, I got to the point where I was thinking, I might actually feel comfortable in an AFL game.
Well, we're about to find out how he did, eh?
Fox was the first one to tell me. He came out and said, look, you're going to debut. And that week was a massive week. It's Anzac Day, obviously, and it's one of the biggest games of the year.
The crowd's 90,000 plus. The stadium is massive. It just leans over the top of it, so that's challenging enough.
I walked out there and I was ready to puke. I was that nervous. I was freaking out, I didn't know what to do. And I was thinking, don't screw up. Just whatever you do, don't screw up, don't screw up.
More low trajectory kick. Well, this could be a fairy tale.
Oh, mate, he's shitting himself. And I can't imagine what it's like to try and drop the ball that extra 1.5 feet to get it onto your foot.
My hands would have been like this, holding that ball.
Mason Cox. He rides it home.
Nicely done.
First game.
First points of his career. Nailed it.
That didn't happen.
Not that we needed to keep him grounded, but it was our job to keep him grounded.
Stands at the MCG to steady this wobbling ring.
It's bloody hard. It's a big step from the VFL footy that he was playing to playing AFL footy.
At the end of 17, I was playing VFL, I'd gotten dropped a few times, we were playing small.
He had to set himself a new goal of being one of the best forwards in the competition.
Saturday night football at the Coliseum comes comes through Cox. Drops what he should have taken.
Oh, he couldn't quite get at the big fella.
Mason Cox here, guys. This was just off the ball.
I had the worst game of my career. I can probably say that pretty comfortably. I don't think I had a single mark the whole game and had maybe 6 touches or something and get suspended for the next week. Probably a low moment in my life, I'd say, of thinking, did I choose the right decision?
Look at this. Cox has been left alone. He plays on. He's gone. He's gone.
Whatever Mason Cox can do as a permanent forward, I suspect Ben Rood can do better.
Wow.
I said, you know what? This is a
Brutal.
last-ditch effort to show them what you're worth,
Dang.
to show them you can do this as a job. This is your career that you want to do for the rest of your life.
What a beast this Tiger has become on and off the field. 22 consecutive wins at the MCG. It's hard to get your head around it, to be honest.
We'd played Richmond twice and been overrun twice through the year.
This could be the biggest game that Mason Cox never gets a kick in.
Prelim final MCG. Matt Stevick holds the ball aloft. Richmond take on Collingwood.
It happened pretty early.
Soccer off the ground, straight into the waiting arms of Claw. Cox is the biggest man there.
It was in. It was clunk, clunk, clunk.
Cox again. Oh, it's getting better. It's getting better and better.
His hands are on, mate. They just stuck.
Sets it up. Cox again. I cannot believe it.
Wow.
You've got to go back to Billy Graham.
Picked it up well, huh?
For an American to dominate like this. Can he guide it through? Yes, he can.
Nice.
The very best. A 211-centimetre Texan has just torn the MCG apart in the sport of dunk in a preliminary final.
Could you have pictured that 4 years, 5 years earlier with the guy that handballed over the top of my head? Definitely not.
And Collingwood will go into the 2018 Grand Final.
There it is.
Victory on the back of this man here.
I don't believe in ceilings. I don't believe in people setting limitations on others. I think if you're motivated enough and you care enough or that determined to get to wherever you want to go, it's possible.
Wow. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. Never knew an American went over there and played in the AFL. I know a lot of people who Australians who play in the AFL are, signed by National Football League teams here in America to be their punters, and they're usually very successful. I've never seen the reverse of it, but to me, it almost makes sense. A basketballer would be the person to break that barrier from the U.S. to Australia. But I enjoy this very much. This was a recommendation to me, and I appreciate it. If any of you guys have a recommendation for me, let me know down in the comments. But we are getting closer and closer to a 2023 season. I cannot wait. With that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. Stay safe, and don't forget to wash your hands.